All right, so today I'm working on my 2500 Dodge Ram. My air suspension is not working, so my symptom is, you could see, just pulled my trailer with it. This back part here should not be that low. It should be raised up much higher. You can see the front end has more. Horrible ride, bouncing everywhere. So I actually towed my trailer about an hour away, hour and 10 minutes away, to and from camping last weekend. We hit every bump and it felt like the truck was gonna just explode. So what I've been doing is going online and reading all the forums, and what everyone keeps saying to do is, one, disconnect your negative lead on your battery, which I did. Disconnected that. There's just a little screw there. You just unscrew that, pull it right off to disconnect your negative lead. That's going to shut power off to the truck. The other thing that troubleshooting wise people were doing was removing all of the different fuses that are attached to your suspension. So if you lift up your lid, it looks like this. It has everything on there, the full diagram, all the listing. What I did is I just went through this list and found everything that said suspension. So you could see F5 right there, air ride suspension. There was a big block here. This K3 is air suspension. 87 is air suspension. So you could see there, there's also this one. So in your box, there's this green one here, that one, this big one in the corner. You got to wiggle that one like a tooth. It comes right out. Right there was number, I think 50. Down here was 87. So I pulled all those out. If you don't know how to get those out, there's this little tool that comes in it. I didn't know this. Little tool that comes in. It sits right here. You pull that out. It allows you to clamp the small ones and the big ones with the opposite side, as those little teeth. So you work that on. So what I'm doing is I've disconnected everything, and everyone's saying I've disconnected it. I let it sit for a half hour. So that's my goal. I'm going to let it sit for a half hour, come back, put it all together, reconnect the battery charge, turn it on and see. Inside, I'm getting no indicator lights that anything's wrong. The symptom inside is that when I hit the lower button, it says low ride achieved. So it thinks it's at the low setting all the time. But when you hit it to go back up, it doesn't do anything. So that's kind of one of the indicators. And then while driving, it keeps telling me that air compressor system cooling down, which it could just be my air compressor. And so if you're wondering where your air compressor is, if you go right up under here, under your passenger door, you're going to have the compressor. The air tank's going to be right around this area, and then your compressor is going to be right around here. You can look at all that to see. I didn't see anything, but everyone keeps saying it could be a pinhole leak somewhere in all the casing, but that should throw a code. So this is just troubleshooting, but that's what I would tell you to look for if you're having air ride suspension problems on your 2021 Dodge Ram. But I know with this model, I think from 18 up, they were putting these compressors in. So your 2018 models moving forward in the Dodge Ram, this is a tradesman, 2500. All right, let's see. I'll come back and update you on what happened when I plugged everything back in. All right, well, I'm back. Not the way I wanted to be, though. It's actually a couple days later. My truck is now raised where it needs to be. What I want to do real quick, though, is show you the symptom that I didn't recognize while I was driving, and I should have. So this clip is actually, we make YouTube videos, obviously, on here. This clip is from our camping video we made, but I'm going up a hill right out of our neighborhood, and you could see how hard the back of the truck's hitting. It actually pushes my camera down that I'm filming with. So let's take a look at that real quick.
Good timing. I was just thinking of things now.
Yeah, no, but I got everything. Everything's in the camper.
Okay.
And I still already had a bus case in
Yep. 2 Amazon packages coming tonight. We'll have to have the neighbors get them.
Wow.
there. Uncle Bobby can get them.
Wow. So there you go. That's what happened. And I should have recognized it was so bumpy, but here's what ends up happening. So I take the battery out. I let all those fuses sit out for 30 minutes. I read that online. A lot of people said, hey, all I had to do was do this for 30 minutes. Come back, put it all together, nothing. So I keep the truck on, I lay underneath it, and I look right where the compressor is at, which is on the passenger side right underneath the door. And nothing's happening. It's not clicking. It's not making any noise. No matter what I did adjustment-wise, nothing happened. So I just gave in. We came back from a camping trip on a Sunday. We're leaving again on Friday to go to the Poconos, which is one of the longest trips we've ever taken. It's going to be about 5 hours from our house. And I got nothing in the back. I'm just down on the bottom, resting on my springs, resting on the frame. Any bump I hit without the trailer is just, it feels like I'm driving a brick with wood wheels. So I take it into the dealership, and $2,300 later, Verified customers concerned both rear airbags are deflated and will not air up. Aired up suspension manually and checked no leaks, so that's a good sign. They're able to fill the tank, which there is a tank which you can actually, it looks like it has a special adapter, but you could fill that with air. And then you're gonna know if there's any leaks because your back would raise up and then it'd come back down. Anyway, found compressor temp erratic, either 322 degrees or negative 40 degrees. Removed and replaced compressor and checked operation suspension. Now airs up as it should. So that's good. The compressor itself, so there's a model number here. It's 1, then a space, 683-496-07AA. Compressor air suspension, it's called. It was $1,768.43. And then labor was $351. Now this is what killed me. There's a core charge. $125. It's on here, but then it's taken off. That's them returning the air compressor that broke back to the manufacturer. And I asked, can I have that air compressor? And they said for $125. So for a truck that I own, you want to charge me an extra $125 to take the part that broke on the truck that I own, put a new one in that I paid for, by the way. You're going to charge me $125. I just wanted to take it home and figure out what was wrong with it. Take it apart, put it back together, see if I get it to work. Then I have a spare. Nope, $125. Do not agree with that at all. Unfortunately, this was not covered with my warranty. I have about 6 months left on my warranty. Actually 9 months. It did not cover it. So out of pocket, I'm about $23.33, I think was the total that I had to pay. In my case, I just didn't have time. I didn't have a choice. I had to do it this way. But let's use this thread, let's use this video, the community down below to leave comments, leave the issues you're having with your truck. You could try some of the things that may fix it, but at the end of the day, this may be your issue. And I will say, actually, let me go show you. Now I am underneath my truck. This is the compressor. That's my back tire. Here's the compressor here. You can see the connections. There's 4 bolts that go into the frame with the casing around it. There's a connection for your electrical right there. And then there's these 4 little connections, which we could take off with a wrench. That's it. That's all that's connected. So if you could get this compressor, you can easily do this job yourself if you have the time. I don't think there's much more to it than this. It's just a matter of going underneath it or getting it up on a lift. On this side, here's where you could see the tank. And this is the little spot I was talking about. You can see the threading in there. It looks like it would work for an air compressor, but it's a little bit thicker and wider. So it's not actually what you would need. But the tank's here, compressor's here. So like I said, let's use the community down below to leave comments, symptoms that you're having. Let's turn this into an active chat thread about these Dodge Rams and the compressor issues you may have towing it. I did just hit 50,000 miles on my vehicle. And so with that, with what I saw online, it seems like a lot of people start having trouble between 50,000 and about 75,000 miles. Where this compressor issue is coming up. It's a pain in the butt, but if enough of us get going here, we could help others out. So leave comments down below, and if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.